Looking at 6.5, writing quadratic equations. So what's going to happen here is we're going to mainly use the root form or the standard form, and we're going to use those to write some equations when we're given a little bit of information. So it says first, write the equation of the quadratic function with roots at 4 and -1, where with the point f of 0 equals 8. So first thing to note is that this right here is going to be the point 0, 8. There we go. And so when we look at the function like this, and it says f of 0 is 8, it just tells us an x and a y value, really. So we have a value x is 8, and x is 0, y is 8. So that's our x value, our y value there. Then we've got the roots of, call that R1, and that R2. And so we can take that and use it to write our formula. But let's decide first which formula we need to use. And we should, as we look up here at this, say, well, I've got a root form, so I'm thinking we probably should use that root form to write the equation for this. So that is y equals a times x minus r1, x minus r2. So I'll just fill in what I know. I know that my y value is, so let's try that again. I know that my y value is 8. I don't know what the value for a is yet, but I know I've got an x value of 0 minus r1, which is 4, times x, which is again 0, minus r2, which is a -1, so we'll make that minus a plus 1. And now what we need to do is we're going to go and solve for a. So to do that, I do 0 minus 4 is 4, and 0 plus 1 is 1. And those would multiply together, or that would be -4, wouldn't it? So let's get our -4 there. And that's all multiplied by a, and equals 8. Oh. That'll work. Okay, so do -4 times 1 gives me -4. And all that would be, so that would be -4a. So -4 times a equals 8. Hey, then I'll just divide that out, and when I do 8 divided by -4, we get that a equals -2. Last thing I'll need to do is I'm going to pull those x and y values out. So the 8 and the 0 are going to turn back into an x and a y. And I'm going to plug in that -2 for the a. So that will be y equals, a was -2, times x minus 4 so x minus 4, then that is times x plus 1.